Yeah, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into Marvel's Daredevil Season 1, Episode 11, called The Path of the Righteous. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But with that being said, fasten your seatbelts. Let's ride. I'm telling you right now, if she dies, it's game
Need a
over.
tox screen, liver and kidney function, coagulation tests.
It's game over for everybody.
You said there were others. How many?
I'm telling you, this is not gonna go over well, man.
Oh my god.
He might as well tell Karen. Foggy already knows.
Like shit.
Well, I'm looking better than I feel.
That's probably why Fist didn't get it sucked into a black hole.
What was it?
A marriage certificate. For his mother, Marlene.
How does that help?
Because it's not to his father. It's for when she remarried. Which was 2 years after all the reports say she died.
She's still alive?
Yeah. Just
So she
lived in a
knew.
care facility upstate.
All right, Karen, look
If
at
anyone
you.
took a-
Karen, be careful, please.
They've probably told Karen 100 times by now to be careful. That's it? You gonna leave him that dry? He doesn't know that it says get well soon on it or anything? The fact that Karen knew, that makes, I like that. I like that about her though.
What happened? Is she dead?
No, but the three of the others who drank whatever that was have passed.
Past. Always hated that description. Such a sad attempt to avoid the bare-knuckle truth.
Why aren't we questioning Leland?
Reach out to Gal.
Me? What if she's the one who did all this?
You said you didn't think it was her.
The hell do I know?
You talking about the stitches?
Mostly. How'd you open
There
this up
she
again?
is.
I just wanted to see how much I could move.
Been a while.
Really shouldn't be moving at all.
Oh, he was wearing some kind of armor. And the lining. It was light and tough. Like nothing I've ever come across before.
That's what you get when you have all the money in the world.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta do something with your suit, man. You gotta do something with that suit.
Bloody. And alone.
I never said I was any of those.
You didn't have to.
Every time she comes to visit, it's always like a deep conversation between the two of them.
If we don't do something, Fisk is gonna win.
There are no winners and losers in something like this.
Well, Elena Cardenas might disagree with you, if she still could.
He's gonna win regardless. You have nothing on him yet.
Maybe we don't have to do anything. Is you don't get to be the man at the top without making enemies looking to tear you down to the ground.
I like Ulick, man. Ulick, whatever.
I want her sent away. Somewhere far from me. In the city. I doubt she would want that. We seldom get everything we want. Not in this world. But some of us deserve to.
Each and every one of us with a purpose, didn't we? A reason for being.
I believe so, yes.
Then why did he put the devil in me? If that's not all part of God's plan.
I mean, probably stick. The suit, man. We need a new suit.
Go for the knife in your boot. I break your leg. Go for the backup piece tucked behind your belt. I throw you off the roof. We good?
Yeah.
Knows it all, man.
I didn't say get up.
What are you beating on me for? I ain't done nothing.
It's not about you. I want information.
Yeah. Body on him. I think I might know a guy.
We about to put the suit together? About to put the suit together.
She said she was deeply saddened and quoted a fortune cookie or some mystical shit.
I think it's one of these two guys that did it.
The hell do I know? She was speaking in Chinese. I don't think the guy translating for her liked me very much. He kept staring at me funny. Sure.
Is it Wesley?
It's not like I have anything better to do.
Keeps going on his phone every time somebody walks away from him. Be careful, man. Getting too comfortable. Oh, dang.
That wasn't very nice.
Oh. I thought he choked him out.
He's not supposed to be in here. Mr. Fisk's gonna be mad.
And if you do this for me, I promise to get Fisk out of your life. And to keep Betsy safe.
You can do that.
With your help, I think maybe I can.
What do you want me to make?
A symbol.
Yeah. Finally, man.
Foggy, this proves that Fisk's been lying.
You know who we're dealing with. It won't be enough.
I got a gut feeling she's gonna go back to see the mom again, and Wesley's gonna be there for her.
Talk to him.
He asked the same about you.
Oh, now you're captured, Karen, because for the 100th time that they continue to tell you, you continue to be reckless. I feel so bad because in the situation I'm supposed to feel for Karen, but I like Wesley a lot, so it's like a reverse role.
I'm not here to kill you, Miss Page. I'm here to offer you a job.
Interesting.
Friends, family, everyone you've ever cared about, and when you have no tears left to shed, then we'll come for you, Miss Page.
Why would you be that why would you be that stupid, Wesley?
Miss Page.
What the heck? I don't want to see any emotionalness. You get emotional if you shoot somebody once. If you pop and keep shooting, there's no room for emotion. All right, that is season 1, episode 11 of Marvel's Daredevil. And I feel like it was supposed to be a little more of a oh my god moment, a little more sort of episode that you feel like, yes, the good people came out on top with Karen obviously killing Wesley. But man, I can't help but think Karen is so boring. Her story is so boring. Like, again, we got to this point and I'm like, why do I feel like I want Wesley to come out on top of this, even though he's the bad guy? I don't know. It seems like, I don't know. Karen's character is just so, I keep trying to find the good in the character and I can't. I can't. And I'm trying to, really see the side that she's coming from. But she's all over the place. She's a loose cannon. She's been told way more times than I can count to be careful, to not get yourself in these situations, to not, continue pursuing things alone. Yet here she is doing that, continuing to pursue things by herself. I think the dumb part about it as well, that ending scene, is why would Wesley put a gun that close to play the whole, I just don't get it. If it's a loaded gun, why do you have it that far over there? Why are you that easily distracted when your phone rings, knowing that there's a gun in between both of you? I don't know. I'd probably give this episode probably like a 6-7 range. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Are you nuts?" I just think that, again, Karen's so boring. So unless you love Karen's character in this Daredevil series, that's probably the only reason why I would see you going higher than that. It sucks that Wesley died. Obviously, I never like to see somebody I think so highly of acting wise to go out. And again, he's the bad guy. You want to root for him to go out. But for some reason, I enjoyed him. I liked his character a lot in the show. I thought he added a lot to Fisk as his, right-hand man. And now I'm really bummed to see that he went out, especially to Karen, of all people. And so it's just like, now what? We didn't. I think what this episode tried doing and what it accomplished were a few things. I think the idea of having Matt, pursue and go out and find someone to make him a new suit was awesome. I like that Claire made an appearance in this episode and, just further talked with Matt about what he's doing and how, she compares it to a martyr. I think she says that's how you pronounce it or whatever, which is just pretty much people who end up alone and bloody and all that stuff. So that was good. I don't really understand the whole Karen Foggy thing. Then Foggy was sleeping with someone else. So is Foggy not even into Karen as much as I thought he was? I don't know. I just feel like this episode could have been a lot better. I feel like they could have done a lot better things with it. It seems like Ulrich is onto something. Again, I'm just so bummed that Karen was the one that took out Wesley. I know a lot of people might not agree with me. I don't know. I like Wesley. As an actor, I like Wesley. But let's do a quick breakthrough to see if there's things that I forgot. Again, I gave this episode like a 6-7 range. We're still, continuing from where we left off last episode, where I think her name is Victoria, was poisoned and a few others were poisoned at this get-together that Fisk had going on. At first, I was like, man, I feel like it's Leland. Then I was like, is it Wesley? I still feel like it's somebody that's under Fisk that's doing this. I still have fingers kind of sort of pointed to Leland. But then here we have Karen showing up at Matt's place, and she's just pretty much talking to him about, where have you been? What's going on? Why aren't you and Foggy at the office? Matt just pretty much, kept it pretty discreet. He wasn't really telling her, much. Just saying that, again, warning her to be careful, to stop, pursuing, because she brings up the whole finding Fisk's mom. Fisk's mom telling her that Fisk killed his dad. And, Matt's just pretty much like, no, don't. We can't do anything with that because that was when he was 12. We can't even charge him for that. So pretty much everyone in this episode was telling Karen, no, you don't have enough information. No, we can't run with the information that you found. Here we see that Foggy is messing around with the ex, saying that he doesn't think that he'll ever go back and work with Matt. Here again, it felt like one of them were the ones to poison. For a second there, I thought Wesley, because he kept making these looks like, huh, is it Wesley? But I don't know, man. Something about Leland. I just don't trust him. He keeps like questioning Fisk. And so I feel like if there was someone to poison, someone close to Fisk, because obviously I think Leland feels that Fisk has softened up and sort of, let the walls down and isn't doing his job because of the Victoria girl. Because if he had that drink, why didn't he drink it? Right before he goes to drink it, everyone gets sick. I don't know. That just seems too fishy, like he was trying to play it off. Again, we see Claire. Like I said, she brings up that, Matt's going to end up alone and bloody and, he can't keep going out and doing this. And that she also says that the city created Matt. And so, I don't know. I like her every time because her exchanges are always with Matt. You know what I mean? And so I feel like Karen's fine with me until she's off on her own, doing her own thing. Whenever she's with Matt or when she's with Foggy, it's like, all right, cool. I like the way they go off of each other. I like the chemistry between them. But then it's like once she's off on her own, or even every now and then when she's with Urich, I'm just like, I don't care about your story. Like, you're just this loose cannon, sort of nobody, like Wesley says. Like, lay back, let Matt and them handle it, help from the sidelines, but don't try to put your foot down and do it all. And so that's why when she got captured, it was like, one, it was predictable. I knew she was gonna get caught. And then two, it's like, if she would have went out, it would have been like one of those, like, I don't care, because you've been told time and time again to stay back, to lay low, and yet you keep putting your name out there. And so it just sucks because, again, I thought so highly of Wesley, and the fact that he went out to Karen is just like shitty as hell. But pretty much here, Fisk is telling Wesley that if Victoria does recover from this, that he wants her to be far away from him and just be in, the right, area, protected area. And then again, throughout the season, I've always mentioned that I want Matt to fix his suit, get a better suit. You're getting scratched up way too much. You're taking way too much damage from these, fights and battles that you're going through. And he finally does that in this episode, which is awesome. Again, Leland shows up. They're pointing the finger at Gal, but I don't feel like Gal would do such a thing. I could be wrong. Maybe she's upset with the Nobu thing, but it seems more Leland than it does Gal, for me at least. But then Wesley gets the call Wesley calls Fisk's mom. He tells her that a blonde with blue eyes came to visit. So he obviously knows that Karen has blonde hair and blue eyes. Daredevil pays, I think his name was Potter, like Melvin Potter, a visit. I feel like that name usually they don't give you first and last names of just a random guy. And so I feel like he's maybe a little more important of a character. I've seen him before, I think, in the show. I think Daredevil ran into him at some point. But basically, he is making the suits for Fisk. And so Daredevil wants a suit made for him. He says that if you do that for me, I will protect you and Betsy. And I will take down Fisk. Here is where Wesley says, I need your gun and the keys. I'm going to go take care of something. We have a decent, the only fighting scene we have, but it was a decent one. I like the background, like yellow that they do with the lighting. I don't know, it adds a lot to it. It makes it look really cool. Then Karen comes here to talk to Foggy, and pretty much it's just being upset with him for not being on the right page or on the same page as Matt, and just them being in an argument. She's just upset about that. Pretty much this conversation was just kind of dry. It wasn't really anything. And she comes out here and then calls Urich and starts whining to Urich about Matt and Foggy not, being eye and eye. And Urich's just like, whatever. This is what usually happens when, we get into the meat like the meaty stuff of the story we're trying to unravel. And so it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm trying so hard to care about Karen, to see what you guys see in her and how, you know, important and cool she is to a lot of people, because I've heard that, you know, a lot of people have her ranked so high in the not only the Daredevil series, but in all of the Marvel TV shows as a character, that a lot of people have her ranked very high. I'm still trying to see how or why. I think a lot of it has to do with the Punisher, because I've been told also that she's in there, even though I watched the Punisher and I don't. It's weird. I go through these stages where I'm like watching things to watch them, but it's just kind of sort of background noise as opposed to watching and paying attention to what's going on. But I guess she's in there. Maybe she plays a better role in there, but in here it's just like, just whatever. It's boring. Again, she gets captured. They have a conversation where Wesley's pretty much telling her that you were nothing. You don't. You were supposed to just, you know, walk away from everything and not have any input or be brought up anymore. It doesn't seem to be the case. Again, his phone rings. He goes to answer it with the gun where it was. So basically a bad move by Wesley. Obviously, she gets the gun, kills him, and now we are dealing with the aftermath of what Wesley dying. Then she got emotional. I don't get why she got emotional. It's one thing to pull the trigger once to sort of, you know, keep Wesley at bay, shoot, and then kind of sort of just leave. You pop like 6-7 rounds into his chest. Then you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Oh no. Why? If it's one shot, then I would say it out of defense. Oh, she shot because she thought that he was gonna get her or something. You shoot 5-6 more times? Oh, you are looking to murder this man. You're not second guessing. You're not thinking about any of this. You're just bam, bam, bam. Like, I'm not dealing with this man anymore. So, I mean, I don't know. She got like really emotional. Another thing with the show, I feel like there's a lot of side characters in the show. A lot of characters outside of Matt. Because now that I like sit there and think about it, we have Leland, we have Gal, we have Fisk, we had Wesley, we have Karen, we have Uric, we have Foggy, we had that Hispanic lady. You know what I mean? There's so many Victoria. There's so many like other characters that what bothers me is that I love Matt and I love the Matt story and I want to see more of the Matt story. And so there's so many characters that were constantly being thrown into their stories. So I think that has a lot to do with it as well for Karen, that I'm so harsh on her and so, you know, so I don't know how to say it, but basically like I'm just so I want so much more from her. I want her stories to be a little more interesting and I just don't get it. But I think it's because I like Matt so much and I want more of Matt that when I get someone else on the screen, I get a little bum unless it's Fisk. And so Fisk is usually with Wesley. And so that's why I like the whole Wesley Fisk thing. But yeah, that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this episode, what you think about Karen herself. And again, I gave this episode like 6-7 range. I know most people probably gave it higher since Wesley went out and Karen was the one to do it. I think a lot of people think very highly of her. I am not one of those people. I just think her story is very boring. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of this episode. Head on over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But that is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Peace, guys.